the feet when they see the Red Devils running on the field. With the band and the flag and the cheerleaders every Friday night in Georgia. Looking for the score and we'll get it in the end zone, doing the devil dance. Gonna be the king of the mountain again, here in football land. We them Jackson Red Devils, we them Jackson Red Devils, we them Jackson Red Devils, riding high on Red Devil Hill. We them Jackson Red Devils, we them Jackson Red Devils, we them Jackson Red Devils, riding high on Red Devil Hill. It's a small town football religion, and it sure don't come from a priest. It's a few hundred miles south of heaven, and it's called Jackson, GA. Every Friday night at the stadium, the Red Devils taking over the town. Looking for a score and we get it, gonna be the king of the mountain again. We them Jackson Red Devils, we them Jackson Red Devils, we them Jackson Red Devils, riding high on Red Devil Hill.
Launching downfield, underthrown, and intercepted. Keely Ringo has an outspot down the sidelines.
Every Friday night at the stadium, the Red Devils taking over the town. Looking for a score and we get it, gonna be the king of the mountain again. We them Jackson Red Devils, we them Jackson Red Devils, we them Jackson Red Devils, riding high on Red Devil Hill. Oh yeah. We them Jackson Red Devils, here in Jackson, GA.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Every Bible needs a believer, amen. Every girl needs a diamond on her hand. Every beer needs a cooler and a couple of friends like me. Every small town needs a church with a pew. Every guitar needs 3 chords and the truth. Every pickup truck needs a road to go down, so every guy like me can get his hands around a cold beer, a King James, a good girl with his last name, a radio on with a Now Dane song on the back road, with a nice cold beer after a hard day's work, a Sunday to go to church, a prayer, a kiss, and amen to this right here. Here's to Jesus, girls, and cold beer. Every heart needs a feeling to fall in love. Every prayer needs an answer from up above. Every whiskey needs Kentucky or Tennessee. Every cowboy needs him some Wrangler jeans and a cold beer, a King James, a good girl Sundays to go to church, a prayer, a kiss, and amen to this right here. Here's to Jesus, girl, cold beer. Every guy needs a cold beer, a King James, a good girl with his last name. A radio on with the George Jones song on the back road with a nice cold beer after a hard day's work. A Sunday to go to church, a prayer, a kiss, and amen to this right here. Here's to Jesus, girls, and cold beer. Here's to Jesus, girls, and cold beer.
Jesus, girls, and cold beer. What a great combination. And before that, Jackson Red Devils. Mark Ware is who that is. Mark Ware Music. And he was recently a special guest on the Tim Kelly Show. Great gentleman. And I met him in Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world, about a year and a half or so ago. I'm meeting you here tonight. How about it? The Tim Kelly Show is on the air. It is Triple Play Thursday. That means every artist on the program gets played 3 times in a row tonight. We'll have one more from Mark Ware in just a moment to complete his triple play. But tonight I've got a couple of great radio interviews as well. Lane Tomlinson is going to be here first in the bottom half of this hour. Then in hour number 2, my good friend Donovan Wells is going to join us on the program. So you're going to get to hear the stories behind their songs and, of course, lots of great country music on the radio tonight. I am broadcasting from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. I am live on KICR, That is the website. Just scroll down a little bit. You'll see me live on YouTube right now. You can watch the show and see that 30-minute movie about Branson and all the cool stuff to do here right behind me. I'm also on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio, and I'm on TikTok at Tim Kelly On Air. And I want to give a big shout out and thank you to all the radio stations that put us on the air as well. KUHSdenver.com, and we've also got Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, Radio 94.3 in Sweden, Hot and Funky Radio, KWradio.com, BellBuckleRadio.com, and of course all the major streaming services like iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, Google, wherever you listen to podcasts, just Google search The Tim Kelly Show, and you too will be listening to New Country's Best. The third song for Mark Ware has a great video to it. I added it this morning to my TV channel. That is ICTV Indie Country Television at the top of the homepage at KICR IndieCountryRadio.com. It is called Heaven Over Georgia. Mark Ware on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
I won't live forever. One day God will call my name. When he does, I hope he doesn't take me far away. 'Cause I've got a lot of roots right here in this Georgia red clay. So when I die, I hope that I can look down where I was raised. 'Cause I'd still want to see the dogs play from way up here. And look over my children like I've done for years. And I'd love to watch my grandkids grow up and be big and strong. 'Cause I'm afraid I won't get that chance. My days are almost gone. So God, I've got one last prayer for you. Can I go to heaven over Georgia? better place when they chisel my name in stone. I just hope through those pearly gates I'd be able to see my home. So before I take my last breath and before you answer my prayer, just know I'd rather go to hell than heaven ain't right up there. 'Cause I'd still wanna see the dogs play from way up here and look over my children like I've done for years. And I'd love to watch my grandkids grow up and be big and strong. 'Cause I'm afraid I won't get that chance. My days are almost gone. So God, I've got one last prayer for you. Can I go to heaven over Georgia? I know I'd be laid to rest underneath those Georgia pines. I just hope my angels get me there before game time. I still wanna see the dogs play from way up here. Look over my children like I've done for years. I'd love to watch my grandkids grow up to be big and strong. 'Cause I'm afraid I won't get that chance. My days are almost gone. So God, I've got one last prayer for you. Yeah, God, I've got one last prayer for you. Can I go to heaven over Georgia? Over Georgia.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
These hometown boys just like me too much, and I've had enough. They say that they like my outfit, or they like my smile, or they like my touch.
I think I like you, but maybe I don't. If I do, I won't admit it.
And I say no, no, no. You say please, please, please. I'm just not so sure. You say I might just be the one you're looking for. I know how your hometown boys can be. And it's not that you're not just a little bit cute, but if I said I liked you, it might just be the truth. And I can't tell you. These hometown girls just like me too much, and I've had enough.
She says that she likes my truck, or she likes my hair, or she likes my touch.
I think I like you, but maybe I don't. If I do, I won't admit it. And I say no, no, no. You say please, please, please. I'm just not so sure. You say I might just be the one you're looking for. I know how you hometown boys can be. And it's not that you're not just a little bit cute, but if I said I liked you, it might just be the truth. And I can't tell you. Oh, you're a bad, bad girl. Oh, you're a bad, bad boy. And I know how you hometown people are.
And I say no, no, no. You say please, please, please. I'm just not so sure. You say I might just be the one you're looking for.
I know how your hometown how people can be. And it's not that you're not just a little bit cute, but if I said I liked you, it might just be the truth. And I can't tell you.
Song number 2.
Nights, sitting by myself, taking wrong turns and chasing wrong girls. Had a lot of lost sleep, drinking with my friends and making a mess and making amends. And I'd do it all again. Life is sweet when all its changes and all its mysteries it rearranges, and that's alright with me, 'cause I still walk the line of the woman I am and the life that's mine. And here I am, this is who I am. Said I'd never leave the place where I grew up. It's funny how time changes what you thought you loved. And I thought I'd always play those same old songs, but here I stand in the middle of a different one, and I do it all again. Life is sweet with all its changes and all its mysteries it rearranges, and that's alright with me, 'cause I still walk the line of the woman I am and the life that's mine. And here I am, this is who I am. Every new day is another chance to dance, to love, to laugh, 'cause it ain't coming back. Life is sweet with all its changes and all its mysteries it rearranges, and that's alright with me, 'cause I still walk the line of the woman I am and the life that's mine. And here I am, this is who I am. I had some lonely nights, sitting by myself, taking wrong turns and chasing wrong girls.
Her name is Trisha Marie. Trisha Marie Music. If you want to find her on social media, she found me, and I'm glad she did. That is an awesome song. It is called Life is Sweet. It sure is, and it's even better on Triple Play Thursday, especially for the artist. Every one of them get played 3 songs in a row tonight. We'll have one more from Trisha Marie in just a moment. Before that, Hometown People, a great duet. I'm not sure who the other person was in that duet. I'll have to ask her when we do our live radio interview, and that is upcoming later on this summer. You can check out my full live radio interview schedule at the bottom of the homepage of my website at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. After one more song from Trisha Marie, I'll have my first radio interview of this evening. Lane Tomlinson is going to join us on the program, and we'll be talking to him after $50,000 Heart. What a great song title from Trisha Marie on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Red tail lights in the front porch light as he rolled down my long driveway. There's a letter on the seat that says, baby, this is me. I've gotta find a place in LA. He said, I hate to go and I want you to know, but I don't think he wants me to know that. He said, when I'm a big rock star, I might come back with a $50,000 heart. You can go so far if you just act like a $50,000 heart. You don't want me, you don't want me, you don't want me,
Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Triple Play Thursday, and that means every artist on the show gets 3 songs in a row played tonight. And these next 3, you get to hear the story behind them. My good friend Lane Tomlinson is with us tonight. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great, Tim. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for doing the program, and it's sure a pleasure to have you on. I've been playing you for a little bit, and now we get to talk.
Hey, I'm very appreciative of it, so glad to be here talking.
You are welcome. I'll tell you what, your music is great. It all started with the first song we're going to play tonight. It's called Thankin' Straight. Boy, we can thank him for being in country music, that's for sure, can't we?
That's exactly right. And, he's been a big influence on me for most of my career, so it's great to actually be able to sing a song about George Strait for a little while.
Oh, man, 60 number 1 hits. I don't know if that'll ever be topped.
I don't know that it will, and I don't know, if somebody else comes along and can, they're going to be a great guy, great artist too. So
Yep. I know. I just saw Blake Shelton got his 30th number 1, I believe, not too long ago. He's halfway there. He's doing quite well.
he is. He's doing great. And then Austin and Old Red starting it all off.
Yep.
Those were great ones.
The reason I mentioned him is because I spent 20 years in southeast Oklahoma, in Ada, Oklahoma, where he's from, before I came back to Branson and to Missouri.
Huh. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you are in Mount Juliet, just outside of Nashville. You born and raised there?
Born and raised there. Spent most of my life. I moved out to Texas, Stephenville, for a couple of years for graduate school. But outside of that, yeah, it's been in Wilson County. So
that's a big country music scene in Texas too, isn't it?
Oh yes, it is. It's its own world.
Yeah, it is. They got Texas Country Radio out there, a Texas Regional Radio Report. There's a chart. There's all kinds of things for Texas, and folks that actually moved from Nashville back to Texas, and keep doing well in country music. So, but I tell you what, it's universal. I'll put you out to 11 radio stations tonight with one push of the button, so they love it in all these other countries as well.
Man, that's awesome. Once again, thank you for doing that. It's great to see where all it pops up. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know, I haven't asked you this because we haven't talked, but I guess you found me. I can't remember if I found you or you found me, but I'm sure glad we connected.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I was looking for radio stations as I was starting to figure out how to promote this as an independent artist. And yours, Tim Kelly Show, was one of the first ones that popped up on everybody, who you need to reach out to. So I'm glad that we connected.
Well, you know what? I was told by somebody else, he said, I Googled top independent country radio station, and yours was the first one that popped up. So I guess we have that going on for us on Google.
Absolutely. And I'm glad for it.
Yep, absolutely. Well, and I've never said this too much on the radio, but the digital rights I've purchased to KICR, which most of the radio stations in the middle of the country here start with the K. Over on the East Coast, it's a W. And so the ICR on the end of the K is Indie Country Radio. So it's KICR, Indie Country Radio.
Huh. I knew we had a whole lot of W's over here, but I didn't know why that was. So
yeah, that's just, WKRP in Cincinnati. I used to watch that show all the time, It was a makeshift mock radio station, but old Johnny Fever, and all of those, Les Nessman, watching those guys, the Herb, the salesman, those are funny shows.
Yes, sir.
I love watching those. We're not going to sell you anything tonight, but the fact that you make some great country music.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've been playing music since, been out playing country music since about 2010, but I did gospel before then.
Oh,
so,
really? Okay.
Yes.
So did you grow up singing in church and stuff like that?
I did, yeah. My dad sang in the Southern Gospel Quartet, and so I learned how to sing harmony from him, and then going out watching him before he kind of slowed down a little bit from performing, and then I picked it up and started singing in church, different choirs and that kind of thing, and then picked up a guitar and decided I want to learn how to play it. So.
Awesome. Well, that explains this song that I'm looking at on your website. It's an acoustic version of a song called In the Word, so that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, produced by Randy Dorman at Scenic Ridge Recording Studio in Mount Juliet. Boy, we give them a shout out right there.
Absolutely. So that he was the guitar player and still is the guitar player for the Kenny Rogers Band.
No kidding.
Yeah, and so Different With You, an old country love song, which I think we might be talking a little bit in a little while. They were actually recorded with the Kenny Rogers Band.
How about that? Kenny Rogers was here in Branson for a while. He He did quite a bit of stuff here, and then Dolly Parton still has a theater here too. His good friend Dolly Parton. Yep.
Right.
Boy, she can do just about anything, can't she? She just made a rock album not too long ago.
She did, yeah. She's incredible. Everybody. Somebody I've heard some people ask, what would Dolly do? That kind of thing, because she's got such a great heart and is also an incredibly talented musician.
Now that you mentioned that, I interviewed Flo Durrell. I'll give her a shout out. She may be listening tonight. She's up in New Brunswick. She actually sent me a picture after we got through with our radio interview. She's got a picture on her wall that says, "What would Dolly do?" She showed it to me. So, yeah, that's good stuff. Now, you've got a statement in here on the very top of your website that I absolutely love. It says, if a song that I write reaches in and touches even one person and impacts their life, then I've accomplished a lot more than I ever expected to when I started this journey. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's been a huge blessing. I've had the opportunity since I started playing out in 2010, I've officiated weddings. I've actually, unfortunately, had to officiate some funerals too. But the connections you make through music is incredible, and just hearing people's stories and how it connects with them, and just getting to know those people a little bit better. That's what this is all about. I think so.
Absolutely. And I say this all the time too, because your original music is great. We're going to play 3 great ones tonight for your triple play. And doesn't it really touch you when you can look out, especially in these smaller venues that you probably do, or acoustic shows, that, these people are singing along word for word to your originals, like Thinking Straight and stuff like that?
Absolutely. I remember it was a few years ago. It was actually, if you know the band Daly and Vincent, was Vincent's daughter came to one of my shows. We had some mutual connections. She came and she had listened to me before, and so she actually requested one of my originals, and so that was the first time I'd been asked to play a certain one. So that was a very, it's an awesome but also a humbling experience whenever that happens.
Well, it sounds like you've been surrounded by music your whole life, growing up in Mount Juliet and real close to Nashville. That is Music City, of course. And then, going down there to Texas, there's all kinds of country music down there. At what point did you say, I think I want to do something in it?
I wanted to from a very young age. I started off in gospel, but I was singing Garth Brooks and everything else when I was growing up in the 90s. And Tracy Lawrence, his farm actually backed up to ours, and so having all those experiences and that kind of thing, and just knowing about all that music. It was very young, but it was when I turned 17 or 18, it was the senior night, and I sang Garth Brooks' The River for our senior night at Wilson Central High School, and that's when I really caught the performing bug, I think. So.
How about that? Tracy Lawrence is the first concert I ever saw back in the early 90s in Ardmore, Oklahoma.
Hey, that's awesome. I actually opened for him last month.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. I've listened to him on the radio too. He's had a weekly podcast for some time, and he interviews artists other than himself, that are still making country music. So he's a pretty good radio guy too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. You sound real good on the radio.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you take singing lessons? Did somebody tell you had a voice and you should be singing? Or, growing up doing it in the church is one thing, but, developing that voice for country radio, I think that might be a little bit different, huh?
It absolutely is. And I got told when I was 18 or 19, I think, that my voice was not fit for country radio. So I was working on getting a degree in voice, and so I'm classically trained, but I learned and went with a commercial voice coach as well to kind of learn that sound and what I needed to do to kind of get a little bit more of a country sound.
That is awesome. If a song resonates with people, and we're still talking about it like that 90s country that's 35 years old, it becomes classic as well. So that classic training may pay off for you if you're still on the radio that long, huh?
I'm hoping so.
That's the plan, right?
That's exactly right.
Let's talk about songwriting. Did you write the 3 songs that we're going to play tonight?
So I wrote 2 of them. I wrote Old Country Love Song and Different With You. I co-wrote those with a good friend of mine named Sean Savage, who is a great singer-songwriter based out of Tennessee as well. Wrote those just we got together all throughout. We were college buddies, and we got together and wrote those just over the years. And then Thinking Straight was actually written by two #1 hit songwriters, Lisa Graham, Annalisa Graham, and Wood Newton. So Lisa Graham wrote George Strait's, co-wrote George Strait's You Know Me Better Than That.
Okay.
And then Wood Newton wrote, I think co-wrote Riding with Private Malone that David Ball sang.
Oh, I love that one.
With. Yes, one of my favorites growing up.
David Ball and Wade Hayes were the two that opened for Tracy Lawrence in that very first concert that I saw.
That was a really good concert then.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's good stuff. The story to Private Malone was so great, so well done. And George Strait's the same way. He doesn't have to hit the high notes, and the vocal performances aren't just like, whoa. It's just he can sing. He can tell a story. And he's not a prolific songwriter. Dean Dillon is in the Country Music Hall of Fame for writing most of George Strait's hits.
That's right. Yeah. And so, if you've got talented people who can do that, and, I think, they also need to be praised, and I'm thankful that they reached out to me and asked me to, send them a cut of that song. So. Oh,
absolutely. And I guess this was recorded at Off the Road Records in Nashville?
Yes, it's in Franklin, Tennessee. But
Franklin.
yeah,
Okay.
It was, which is right outside of Nashville.
Yep.
But it is, they were great to work with. P.T. Houston has a whole lot of credits under his belt, and then Aaron McCaffrey, who kind of administrate and set everything up for us. They were great to work with.
That's awesome. Now, since you're a big George Strait fan, and this song's about George it's called Thinking Straight, and it's a way to thank him for what he's done in the world of country music. And, he's still doing some shows. He doesn't tour like he used to, but I don't know if you know the story of how he got his big break. I'm friends with the folks that used to do a George Strait tribute here in Branson for 10 years. Now they've moved to Arizona, and they do it out there. But he told the story about when George Strait was on his ranch. He likes to cut horses, and he's a real cowboy and stuff like that. Well, there was a gentleman that got sick. He was supposed to perform in 1983 at the Houston Livestock and Rodeo Show, and he got sick and couldn't make it. They asked George Strait, who had been discovered about 2 years prior in 1981 by his former manager, Irv Woolsey, who we just recently lost, that he had discovered George Strait 2 years prior. They asked George Strait if he could come and take his place, and they called him off his ranch to come and do it. And as they say, the rest is history. And the artist that got sick and couldn't do the show was Eddie Rabbitt, and George Strait took his place.
Oh, wow. As much as I love him, I don't know that I knew that story. So I'm learning a whole lot today, and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I always love to learn.
1983 was a big year for George Strait. He performed at the Houston Livestock and Rodeo. And now Cody Johnson from down there in Texas that you mentioned, that Texas country, and we talk about, I played him as an independent artist before he got his big deal. He still to this day is the only artist, independent-wise, that has sold out NRG Stadium down there in Houston.
Wow.
So there's a big demand for country music, isn't there still?
Yes, there is. And I'm thankful that there is, because I very much enjoy performing it.
Yep. And going into this that it's going to be tough, don't you? There's a lot of people out there that are super talented like you. And, it's not really competition. I don't look at it that way either. But, there's a big talent pool out there, and it's a tough business. But you got to do something to stand out. And I think your song Thinking Straight does that.
Awesome. Well, thank you. There's a whole lot of people out there who are very talented, more talented than me. But I'm thankful that I get a little bit of a slice of it, and being able to perform. So
yeah, absolutely. How did this song, I know it come about with other writers, but how did you end up getting it?
So I met my wife back in December of 2023, and we fast tracked. When I make a decision, when I make my mind up to something, sometimes it goes a little bit fast. So we were actually engaged by March of 2024, and then married in October of 2024. Mm-hmm. And her grandmother was really good friends with Lisa Graham, because they both lived in the same neighborhood in Nashville, in West Nashville. And so she saw that my wife was going to get married to me, and saw that I played music and everything. And so they ended up having a conversation, and that's how I got connected to Lisa, and she ended up sending me the song. And that's kind of the rest is history.
That's
So,
cool. You're still a newlywed, aren't you?
very much so, yeah. And we got a baby on the way in December.
Oh,
so that's another exciting
congratulations.
thing. So yeah, having a
Congratulations.
little girl.
We got married in October as well, me and my wife. What day's your wedding anniversary? I'm putting you on the spot.
Hey, no, it's all right. October 5th, 2024.
October 5th. Ours is 5 days later, October the 10th of 21.
It was beautiful weather. I mean, I couldn't have
yeah.
asked for anything better when it came to that. So
We got married on the lake over here, Table Rock Lake down there in Branson West and overlooking the Kimberling City Bridge. Beautiful venue, and it was 84 that day. The next day it got cold and rainy. It was 59, so it was a perfect day to get married.
oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah.
You know, this Missouri weather, it can change in a heartbeat. I think it can in Nashville too.
I was gonna say we can see all 4 seasons in a week.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to play your song Thinking Straight. Then we're going to come back and talk about 2 other originals. His name is Lane Tomlinson, and this is Thinking Straight on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
Well, it was one of those nights. Nothing felt right. Me and my girl on the verge of a fight. Stuck in some loud, crazy club with music I hate. We blew that place. I knew we had to set things straight. We danced to Amarillo by morning on a beach in Marina Del Rey. Go in a paper cup, making love till the sun came up. She let herself go, we were free and wild. When she left me with a smile. 'Cause she finally said yes to that wedding day. Man, she's got me thinking straight. Well, it worked out okay, in a roundabout way. Me and my girl tie the knot today. It was written all over her face. She would have been gone soon, but she had a change of heart when we changed our tune. We danced to Amarillo by morning on a beach in Marina Del Rey. Go in a paper cup, making love till the sun came up. She let herself go, we were free and wild. When she left me with a smile. 'Cause she finally said yes to that wedding day. Man, tonight I'm thinking straight. He's that one true ace in the hole. Easy come, easy go. We danced to Amarillo by morning on a beach in Marina Del Rey. Go in a paper cup, making love till the sun came up. She let herself go, we were free and wild. When she left me with a smile. 'Cause she finally said yes to that wedding day. Man, she's got me thinking straight. Yeah, tonight I'm thinking straight. Thank you, George.
His name is Lane Tomlinson. That is called Thinking Straight, and what a great song, my friend. Good job.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I love playing that one, and we're going to keep doing that for you.
Hey, I very much appreciate that. Keep on spinning it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And by the way, this interview is going to go into what's called the Tim Kelly Show interview archives after the show is over, and you'll be able to go back and share this interview with your fan base, and you can even download it if you wish and put it on your socials, whatever you'd like to do with it.
Awesome, I appreciate
Yeah,
that. We definitely will do that.
Been a pleasure having you. Now, I want to ask you about your personal life a little bit. You grew up singing in church. Do you have any brothers and sisters? And if so, are any of them musically inclined?
I do have one sister, and she is musically inclined. We used to perform together all the time. She's not as big about getting on stage, but if we're around a campfire or something like that, I can definitely get her out there and we can sing some good duets.
Oh, that's awesome. Man, I love camping. We haven't done it in a while. It's been a little hot here in Missouri here lately.
Oh man, it's that time of year here in Tennessee too.
Yeah, talk about that weather changing. It has sure done that. It is muggy and cold, and doesn't seem like too long ago we were talking about we had 10 inches of snow on the ground.
I know. We were shut down, felt like, for a week in these small towns where I'm at.
Yep, absolutely. Another thing I want to ask you about your personal life is, away from music, what are some of the fun things that you like to do?
Yeah, so my day job I'm actually a data scientist for a community bank, and so I love working with numbers, and I was a math professor for a few years, and so I enjoy doing that as well. And I also preach, so that's another calling that I have.
Oh, that is awesome.
So.
You're a good guy, man. I knew it. I knew it when we started talking a long time ago when we connected.
Thank you. I try my best.
Yeah. Speaking of crunching the numbers, you can put a song together and make a hit out of it in 3 minutes and 49 seconds. I love how that happens.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's crazy sometimes how that happens.
Yeah. So tell us about that whole process of, it starts on a piece of paper maybe, or on an iPad or something like that. Do you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning with the song idea and it's like, man, I got to write this down, or speak it into my phone, finish it later, that kind of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. So you never know when that inspiration's going to hit. With both of these, we actually, the ones that we're about to play, I set up writing sessions for those. But some of the other ones that I put out, I'd wake up at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and realize that I needed to write it down, or whether I was getting ready for work one day and wrote down a hook, that kind of thing. And so it starts off, and then you kind of flesh that out a little bit more, and then you put the music to it and see what it can become. So
now, since you married your wife, and I'll tell you this, with my wife, when I'm listening to a song and I'm kind of like, okay, I think I really am going to put this on the radio station, but it might need another set of ears. You kind of go to her too and say, hey, what do you think of this?
Oh, absolutely. She's heard Thinking Straight so many times.
So have we, buddy, and it's good.
So she is definitely one of my biggest fans, and also one of my biggest critics, and awesome. I appreciate that very much.
Yep. Well, we got to have that too, don't we? Because that's what makes you better and better as an artist. And man, I hear a lot of folks, when I've interviewed as young as 10 years old, and if you stay at it long enough, every song they sing just gets better and better and better. And that's the way I kind of work this radio show. When I program, I want the next song to sound better or freak somebody out more than the last one I just played.
Yeah, continuous improvement. That's one of my mantras. So.
Absolutely. You got a great song title in the second song we're going to play, Old Country Love Song. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, so Old Country Love Song we wrote a few years back, Sean and I did, and it was just, we were wanting to write a love song, but, kind of tie it back to some of those old country themes, and in the chorus, it says, the kind that you keep on hearing when they turn out the lights, or you keep on singing when they turn out the lights, and when the cows come home and the road seems too long, just talking about how in those old country love songs, man, that love seemed to be, it was thick, and it didn't break, even through the good times and the bad, and that's kind of what this is talking about.
Awesome. And the third song that's going to kick off the top of the next hour is called Different With You. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so Different With You was written just about realizing that when you found the one. I wrote that song before I met Emma, but as soon as I met Emma, I knew that it was about her, as funny as that is. Because I knew when I first met her on that first date, I knew that I was going to marry her. So, wow. And that's what that song's about.
That's what happened with me and my wife. We met on a website, dating app called Plenty of Fish. there's plenty of fish out there in country music too, by the way, but there's also ones that, we connect with. And I'll tell you what, we sure connected. And we've been together 12 years, married for 4. And yeah, she's your soulmate. That's just wild. That's how right. That happens, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And we actually met on Hinge, so I can understand the dating app, dating site kind of deal. So yeah. We met and, went in that first date not knowing what was going to happen, and we've been together ever since. And
Same here. So. And I would have never in a million years thought that would have worked, but it sure has.
Absolutely. I give props to Hinge for making that algorithm set up the way it did.
Yeah, absolutely. Your last name is Tomlinson. I'm going to tell you this little story. I don't know if you're related to this guy, but his name's Trent Tomlinson. I actually met him in Oklahoma when he was doing a free show down there at the Sand Bass Festival in Madill, Oklahoma, not too far from Ada. Got to hang out with him on his tour bus and everything. He's a great singer and songwriter. He wrote In Case You Didn't Know for Brett Young, and he wrote Damn Straight for Scotty McCreery. No relation, I'm sure.
No relation, but I do love his music.
Yeah, he's pretty darn good, huh?
Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you what, your song Thinking Straight is fantastic. Your other two are as well. We're going to play those here in just a second. Where can folks find Lane Tomlinson on social media if they want to check out more of your music and go see you in a live show or something?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a website, www.lanetomlinson.com. But if you want to follow on socials, it's at L Tomlinson Music on pretty much all of them. So If you look that up, you'll find me.
Awesome. Lane Tomlinson, thanks for a great radio interview tonight. Don't be a stranger, man. Come back in a couple of months if you want to do this again, and we'll be glad to have you on the program. This has been a lot of fun.
Hey, absolutely, Tim. Thank you so much for having me. It's
you
greatly
bet.
Appreciate
Try to stay cool this summer, will you? And congratulations on the newborn that's coming later on in the year when it is cooler. And we'll see you on the radio for sure.
Awesome. Thanks.
You are welcome. His name is Lane Tomlinson. This is Old Country Love Song on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Some guys will bring you roses when they show up at your door. They pile it on and go the extra mile. Well, darling, I love flowers and I want to treat you right. That kind of stuff just ain't really my style. I could say the same old things you've heard before. Darling, if you're wanting something more, let me love you like an old country love song. The kind that you're still singing when they turn down the lights. The cows come home and the road seems too long. You'll always have me right there by your side. In our worn out boots, we'll keep dancing right along. Let me love you like an old country love song. Tell that got you thinking by the smile that's on your face. But there's still something that you're holding back. I bet that you're thinking it's too good to be true. But baby, this love is gonna last. It's not always going to be a bed of roses. But darling, our love will make it through. Let me love you like an old country love song. The kind that you're still singing when they turn down the lights. The cows come home and the road seems too long. You'll always have me right there by your side. In our worn out boots, we'll keep dancing right along. Let me love you like an old country love song. Something more. Let me love you like an old country love song. The kind that you're still singing when they turn down the light. The cows come home and the road seems too long. You'll always have me
best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
They say when you know, girl, I know it just feels different with you, different with you. My nights don't seem as long as you're the one that's on my arm, girl, there's nothing that I can do. This feeling that we've got, I don't want it to stop. There's something different with you. One and one makes two. For the first time in a long time, there's no hurt in trust, there's no pain in love. Every little thing that you do, there's something different with you. It's too good to be true, it's true until the day that I met you, The days go by and by so quick, the memories we won't forget. Girl, I'm stuck on you. This feeling that we've got, I don't want it to stop. There's something different with you. One and one makes two. For the first time in a long time, there's no hurt in trust, there's no pain in love. Every little thing that you do, there's something different with the way you smile at me, things that you make me see, the dreams you get me to believe in. You hold me when times get tough, you know how to light me up. There's something different, there's something different, there's something different with you. One and one makes two. For the first time in a long time, there's no hurt in trust, there's no pain in love. Every little thing that you do, there's something different with you. Oh, there's something different with you. There's something different with you.
Three great songs by one great artist. His name is Lane Tomlinson, a very talented young man from Nashville, Tennessee. Go check out his music. That song, Thinking Straight, is fantastic. That's going to be a big hit in country radio, and I want to thank him for doing the radio interview tonight. Come back anytime, my friend. Congratulations of your child on the way. You and your wife are awesome folks, and we sure had a great time hanging out with you tonight. Thanks for doing the interview, and once again, go check out Lane Tomlinson music all over social media and tell him Tim Kelly from the Tim Kelly Show sent you. We're getting ready to kick off hour number 2 of the Tim Kelly Show on this Triple Play Thursday. I've got more triple plays coming up. That means every artist on the show gets played 3 songs in a row, and we've got another great radio interview at the bottom half of this next hour. Donovan Wells is going to join me on the program. You're going to love the stories behind his songs, and we're going to play 3 of his too, and we'll talk about every one of them. This next young gentleman is going to be a special guest on my program October the 30th. It's going to be a long ways away from now, but I am booked up, ladies and gentlemen, with interviews. That's a good thing. And so we look forward to talking to him. He's a great young man from the state of Texas. His name is Tristan Robertson. You're going to enjoy these next 3. How about we start off with this one called One Night in Dallas? I've spent one there on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
35 south of the city looking for a good time. Falling head over boots was the last thing on my mind. Then a pretty little thing walked in, $1 to a dime, she a 10. Boy, I should have known she was gonna leave me broke, queen high, so I went all in. One night in Dallas made this cowboy crumble. One glance hit her and I knew I was in trouble. Don't know what happened, stole my heart in a flash, and now I'm still thinking about it. That one night in Dallas. Still thinking about the way she was looking when she said my name. Had me about to pack a U-Haul, get some in-laws in a rain. But you two-stepped out of my life, disappeared with my wallet and a kiss goodbye. One night in Dallas made this cowboy crumble. One glance hit her and I knew I was in trouble. Don't know what happened, stole my heart in a flash, and now I'm still thinking about it. That one night in Dallas. One night in Dallas made this cowboy crumble. One night in Dallas, I'm still thinking about it, yeah. One night in Dallas made this cowboy crumble. One glance hit her and I knew I was in trouble. Don't know what happened, stole my heart in a flash, and now I'm still thinking about it. That one night in Dallas.
Song number 2.
Turned into a sad, sad song before I knew it well. Shouldn't put that record on, but I don't mind the hell I feel while dancing with your memory. All alone and I can't sleep, nothing left for me except grind my keys and go. They don't know, they don't know, but they tell me it gets better. I've been waiting on the sun, staying stuck in stormy weather. Keep on searching for some water while I'm wandering the desert. White knuckle in a hand that I can't hold. Gas pedal on back roads with dust settle, but hearts don't. Met a drifter on the state line, said he came from East El Paso. Said he seen that running in my eyes. If he was me, he'd go on home to the lonely I've been running from. All the nights that I've spent drunk sent him on his way, but he still didn't change my mind. They don't know, they don't know, but they tell me it gets better. I've been waiting on the sun, staying stuck in stormy weather. Keep on searching for some water while I'm wandering the desert. White knuckle in a hand that I can't hold. Gas pedal on back roads, but dust settle, but hearts gone. Hearts gone. searching for a sign. There ain't none in sight. They don't know what they don't know, but they tell me it gets better. I've been waiting on the sun, staying stuck in stormy weather. Keep on searching for some water while I wander in the desert. Find knuckle and a hand that I can't hold. Gas pedal on back roads, but dust settles, but hearts don't. Hearts don't. Hearts don't. Hearts don't.
His name is Tristan Robertson. He is making his debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show's Triple Play Thursday. That is called Hearthstone. And before that, another great tune called One Night in Dallas. I'll tell you what, he is a fantastic artist from the state of Texas. They got a lot of talent down there. And he's a young man. He's still in school. So the interview that we're going to do in October, we're working around his school schedule. He's a busy young man, but he's getting noticed down there in Texas. I just followed him on Facebook today, and I tagged him that he was going to be on the Tim Kelly Show tonight. He's performing a gig, so he'll probably catch the show later and hear his 3 songs. He's got 150,000 Facebook followers already. You guys go follow him, though. Give him some more, will you? Tristan Robertson is who he is all over social media. Tristan Robertson Music. The third song to complete his triple play on this Triple Play Thursday tonight is called Somewhere in Texas on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
Somewhere in Texas, there's some Bronco tire tracks down an old gravel road. There's a chain link fence that ain't hard to climb over. Ask me how I know. Somewhere in Texas, there's a cove carved out in a lake tailor-made for drinking, where that August sun hits just right when it's sinking, painting her green eyes gold. I don't know where we lost it. Was it Frisco? Was it Austin, where it started running and we let it? Had it all for a summer. Wonder if she ever wonders if that love's still out there where we left it. Somewhere in Texas, there's a rodeo show that just sold 2 less tickets. There's a town where nothing's changed, but something's different. There's a girl getting on with her life, and I ain't in it. I don't know where we lost it. Was it Frisco? Was it Austin, where it started running and we let it? Had it all for a summer. Wonder if she ever wonders if that love's still out there where we left it. Somewhere in Texas. I don't know where we lost it, how it happened, why we called it, or if it's too far gone to go and get it. Had it all for a summer. Wonder if she ever wonders if that love's still out there where we left it. Somewhere in Texas. Somewhere in Texas.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it?
Today's country.
Country lives right here.
Country is what we do. Today's country. More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
For the first time, dancing cheek to cheek with her. You glanced my way, and inside myself, I felt something stir. And even to this day, when you look my way, I know I'm not supposed to want you, but I do. I'm not supposed to want you, but I do. Another sleepless night I spent thinking about you. I know the time will never come when I will be with you. I'm not supposed to want you, but I do. And now that all these years have passed and friends we've grown to be, I see you with her every day and I wish you were with me. But fate's more cruel than kind. How I wish you were mine. I know I'm not supposed to want you, but I do. I'm not supposed to want you, but I do. Another sleepless night I spent thinking about you. I know the time will never come when I will be with you. I'm not supposed to want you, but I do. Another place, another time, who knows what might have been. I spend all my waking hours wishing we were more than friends. I'm not supposed to want you, but I do. Another sleepless night I spent thinking about you. I know the time will never come when I will be with you. I'm not supposed to want you, but I do. No, I'm not supposed to want you, but I do.
Song number 2.
I've already been down that road before, and I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back no more. Without your sweet love, I don't want to live. So baby, I'm trying, I'm trying. What more can I give? I won't let you down this time around. No, I won't let you down this time around. I need to show you now what you mean to me. You're my breath, you're my soul, my life, you're my everything. I won't let you down this time around. No, I won't let you down this time around.
She is making her radio debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show's Triple Play Thursday. Her name is Amy L. Grant, not the Amy Grant that's married to Vince Gill, but a great singer. I'll tell you what, I love her voice. Amy L. Grant Music is where you can find her on social media. That is called This Time Around, and before that, a great tune called I'm Not Supposed to Want You. Right now, I want you to tune in to the Tim Kelly Show because after one more song from Amy L. Grant, I've got another great radio interview coming up. Donovan Wells is going to be with us on the program. You're going to get to hear his stories behind the songs that we're going to play tonight, and he's got some great stories. So get ready, and we'll have another great radio interview after this song called Blame It on the Rain from Amy L. Grant on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Told me we were finished and that you found somebody new. I wonder how your love for me had died. I know that I shouldn't love you, but when I look into your eyes, I know that I'm not ready to say goodbye. So I'll blame it on the rain. I'll blame it on the clouds up in the sky. I'll blame it on the cold winter's day. I'll blame it on the starless night. I'll blame it on the universe. If you only knew that I could blame it on anything, but I can't blame you. I think of you each night and day and what we could have had. How can you just throw it all away? You don't really deserve my love, but I just can't control it. I wanna blame you, but my heart won't feel that way. So I'll blame it on the rain. I'll blame it on the clouds up in the sky. I'll blame it on the cold winter's day. I'll blame it on the starless night. I'll blame it on the universe. Oh, if you only knew that I could blame it on anything, but I can't blame you. It doesn't matter to my heart that you don't want me. I can't let this feeling pass me by. And I don't want to walk away from you forever. So I'll tell myself it's all a lie. And I'll blame it on the rain. I'll blame it on the clouds up in the sky. I'll blame it on the cold winter's day. I'll blame it on the starless night. I'll blame it on the universe. Oh, and if you only knew that I could blame it on anything, but I can't blame you. Yeah, I'll blame it on the rain. I'll blame it on the long, lonely nights. I'll blame it on your friend next door. I'll blame it on the starless night. I'll blame it on the internet. Oh, and if you only knew that I could blame it on anything, but I can't blame you. Yeah, I can blame it on anything, but I can't blame you.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Triple Play Thursday, and every artist on the show tonight gets 3 songs in a row played, but these next 3, you get to hear the stories behind them. His name is Donovan Wells. How are you, my friend?
I'm great. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for doing the program tonight. I've been looking forward to this radio interview. Your music is great, and you got really cool stories, too, that we've been talking off the air a little bit. Now we're going to get to tell the folks on the air. But Donovan Wells and Christian country music, faith Faith Country Music is what your website says, or your
Yes, sir.
Facebook page.
I think I'm going to change it to cross country. I just like that ring
Country.
better.
Ooh, I like that too.
Yeah,
I
cross
like
country.
that. I had a group that recently changed to Small Town Sunday. They grew up in a small town, and they're a Christian gospel group, and they call it Small Town Sunday.
Uh-huh.
So I like that as well. Well, you got a lot of good stuff going on, man, and in the world of music. Your music is fantastic, and you're based out of South Carolina. That's where you're from, right?
I am from Union, South Carolina. Yes,
Union,
sir.
South Carolina. Born and raised?
Born and raised.
How about that? You told me right before we got on that you are at home. You drive a little bit around the country.
I drive a little bit. Like I say, I drive a produce truck, so I'm a lot local right here.
Yep.
A good bit.
That's awesome.
But we will be heading your way in a few weeks, actually.
Man, I saw that coming up in August. You're going to be pretty close. Mountain View, Arkansas is real close. Cameron, Missouri, Pleasant Hills. That's good stuff.
And if I can make it happen, we might have to swing by and say hello.
Hey, that's all right. I wouldn't mind that a bit. We just recently had some artists do that. We met them down here a couple of blocks from the house, and there's this home-style cooking restaurant. We had breakfast down there with them. Man, that's great times when you actually physically get to meet the people that you play on the radio. I love doing that.
Absolutely. There's nothing like that physical interaction.
Absolutely. I can't wait to meet you. Tell us about your journey in music and how this got started for you.
Well, it's been a surprise. It's been a wild ride, honestly. Growing up as a child, my mom was into Elvis. I was into Elvis. We loved Elvis. And so when I was a child, my dad tried to get me to do a talent contest back then to one of Elvis's songs, If I Can Dream.
Mm-hmm.
The Impossible Dream.
Yeah.
And man, I was so scared. I wouldn't even practice at home. I wouldn't even attempt it. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. And he begged and begged and begged and begged, and for years, my family was very musical. My grandpa was he played the stand-up bass for Don Reno and Tennessee Cut-Ups.
Uh-huh.
And then my mom's side, that was on my dad's side. My mom's side of the family, just about everybody played some kind of instrument. So whenever they get together for family reunions, it was just an all-out singing and, just a big jam party. And they would always say, Donovan, come sing. And nope, I wouldn't do it. And so when I became a teenager, I honestly got into heavy metal and hard rock, and I thought I was going to be the next Ozzy Osbourne, to be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
And, but as time kind of grew on and Alabama came out, I really fell in love with Alabama and Charlie Daniels and all those guys. And so I was always a good mix. And then years later, I started actually singing. We just was getting together doing karaoke parties.
Wow.
And so the next thing you know, my dad buys a system for us to karaoke with all the time. And then God got a hold of me in church, and it's, I tried to do Southern gospel for a little while, but I just felt like a square peg in a round hole. I loved the music, but I just didn't feel that was where that wasn't where my roots were. Yeah. And so I kind of gave it up for a little bit. And then a few years later, Rick Swinesberg, who is my producer, he sent out a message that if you're a country gospel artist, I want to hear your music. And so I sent him a little bit of some of my older stuff that I recorded, and he gave me a call. And he and I talked, and next thing you know, I'm heading to Nashville, and we're talking, and we're getting ready to go in the studio again. And so we started doing more songs.
Man, that's cool. I'm not sure how you found me, but I'm sure glad you did. I've been getting a lot of great country gospel music here, and I love it. There's a bunch of it out there, and it really still resonates with folks. And right here in Branson, Missouri, where you're coming close to, and maybe to here pretty soon, it's the Bible Belt. You know, we're right
Oh,
smack,
yeah.
we're right smack in the middle of it, and they love that kind of music here. And you know, they love the Lord. It's very family friendly in every show that you go to. They love to pay tribute to the veterans who fought for this country and our freedom.
Absolutely.
So we can do radio shows like we're doing, and Branson can put on shows, and you can put on shows around the country. So we love every bit of that, man. So thank you for doing what you're doing.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. And to be honest with you, one of the first I recorded with Chapel Valley many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the songs that I released back then, I'd gotten a call from a radio station in Missouri. And the guy told me, he said, man, he said, we've got Southern gospel on one side of the river. We've got country gospel on the other side.
Uh-huh.
And he said, we're playing you on both sides of this thing. He said, man, people in Missouri really love your music. So that
Yeah.
really tickled me to death.
Oh, that's absolutely awesome, man. That's good stuff. You know, you were talking about Elvis Presley. He was known as the king of rock and roll, but he did that gospel too. And when I went and saw the movie Elvis, and you may have seen it too with Austin Butler playing him, he did such a great job. But,
Oh, my gosh, that was tremendous.
you know, he was Elvis back in the day, wasn't he? And he had all the moves too on stage. But, you know, that was something that I didn't know when I went and saw the movie, was that he was influenced by so many of these gospel groups. And he, you know, he was friends with the great B.B. King that was into jazz and you know, the blues and all of that kind of stuff. So it was just a wide variety of influences for him as well, even though he was known as the king of rock and roll. He even did some country music. And so a few months ago on his 90th, what would have been his 90th birthday, I did a tribute to Elvis and played some of his country music stuff and some of the gospel too.
Well, you know, I had wow, I didn't realize Elvis would have been that age.
Yeah, 90 years old. Isn't that something?
You know, my preacher is 90, I think 93 and 94. He just turned and he's still going.
Wow.
Wide open.
That's
But but I read where Elvis, after his shows, he would gather everybody together and they would sit up all night long singing gospel.
Uh-huh.
And he would do it over and over and over and over.
Wow. Isn't that something? You know, and speaking of Charlie Daniels, you mentioned him too with the Charlie Daniels Band. My wife bought me a book. It's the memoir that he wrote before he passed. And he said the memoir is entitled Don't Look at the Empty Seats. So, you know, out there in those church pews or when you go do a show or whatever, you know, there may be 20 people out there. There may be 220, you know, 2,000, some big number. But you're impacting people's lives that you don't know every time you do a show like that. So he believed to do the same kind of quality show no matter who's out in that audience.
You know, that's funny you mentioned Charlie Daniels. In 1993, I went to Nashville. My cousin was there. He was a manager, and I had every plan on staying in Nashville at that time.
Uh-huh.
And so for the weekend, he took me around to meet, or not meet, but he took me around to all the stars' houses. We went by Reba's house. We went by Alan Jackson's house. We went to Johnny Cash's cabin, the big wood log cabin that burned down.
Yeah.
I had an interesting story about that one too.
Okay.
As I'm standing there taking pictures of the Man in Black's house, I hear something behind me, and I turn and look, and there's 3 solid white albino deer behind me, and I'm thinking, what is the odds that there's solid white deer at the Man in Black's house? And I had pictures of it, but I lost them.
Wow.
But we ended up, he took me all around, and he took me to Charlie Daniels' studio. And so we're standing outside the studio there, and he looks up and he says, get in the car, here he comes. And I'm like, what do you mean? He said, get in the car, here he comes. So we jump in the car, and we go up the little gravel road up through there, and here comes this tour bus. And he says, jump out, go knock on the door. I'm like, I'm not knocking on that door, man. Are you nuts? And he said, no. He said, go knock on the door. He said, I promise you, he'll talk to you. And I'm like, man, I'm not getting out of this car. That's Charlie Daniels. And he said, I know, go talk to it.
Uh-huh.
And man, I was just petrified. I'm like, I can't go. And sure enough, he said, come on. And we got out of the car and we walked, and he knocked on the door. bus stop and knocked on the door, and the driver opened up, and he said, "Yes, sir, can I help you?" He said, "Yeah, my cousin here is from South Carolina." And he said he's a huge Charlie Daniels fan. And all of a sudden you hear, "Hey, why the bus stop?" I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's him. And so he said, "Charlie, somebody here wants to meet you." He said, "Tell him I'll be right there." And sure enough, he come out. He talked to me like he's known me all his life.
Isn't that something?
Man, he was just a humble human being. As a matter of fact, I actually just put the picture up of me and him on my Facebook page just the other day.
That is awesome, man. What a cool story. Love that.
And recently, I got to go last year, and I got to sing at the Grand Ole Opry House for the Inspirational Country Music Association. And I've got a song called "Let It Roll." The reason I have this song is a friend of mine, Jess Kelly Adams, who I think you just did an interview with.
Yeah, a couple of them I've done with her, yeah.
I've seen her at the South Carolina State Fair and was filming her. She had a killer fiddle player at that time. And they did "The Devil Went Down to Georgia." Wow. And the next day, I got a songwriter friend of mine, Gerald Reeder. He said, hey, he's seen the video, and he said, "Hey, if you like "The Devil Went Down to Georgia," he said, "check out this song I just sent you." And so I have a song we're going to record. It's actually all over the charts right now, called Daddy Never Worked on Sunday, and by Dawson Road. And I was going to record that one, but when "Let It Roll" came in, I said, man, I've got to cut this song.
Yeah.
And so it's like the third version of "The Devil Went Down to Georgia," but I ended up singing this at the Grand Ole Opry, at the Grand Ole Opry House for the Inspirational Country Music Association. I had no idea they were going to honor Charlie that night.
Wow.
And his wife and son was there. And I'm thinking, wow, I get to sing this, while they're here. So that was really special. It's the first time I went to Nashville, I got to meet Charlie, and then here I am singing this in front of his wife and son.
That is an awesome, awesome story. It reminds me, I've got this TV channel called Classic Country Television on my website, so you can watch these classic country videos 24/7. And you've probably seen it, but it takes you back in time when George Jones did the song "Who's Gonna Fill Their Shoes." He's pulling up in his tour bus. Yeah, he's pulling up in his tour bus to this old gas station. And the guy filling the bus up, is an older man, and he's got a guitar, and he's wanting George Jones to sign that. And he goes, "Hey, old timer, how you doing?" And, he goes in and looks at all this guy's memorabilia in this gas station and signs his guitar and then starts singing that song. And I think the impact of "Who's Gonna Fill Their Shoes" about you guys all the time when I talk to the independent artists, because you're the ones that George is talking about. You're the ones that are going to be singing at the Grand Ole Opry and the Wabash Cannonball and that kind of stuff, and you're doing
I got
that.
chills when you said that.
Yeah, you're doing it, man.
And here's that same trip when I was in Nashville. We went to his house, and I was taking pictures outside on his lawn. And I think he looked out the window like, "Who's on my grass?" And I thought, "Oh, we got to go." But yeah, I've got pictures from that trip at his house as well.
That is awesome. You got another great story about your home church. We're going to tell that when we do the next segments. We'll save that for the second segment. But we want to talk about the first song called "Headed for Home." And I kind of like this because it's based kind of like your business card looks like a baseball card or something like that. You sent me one of them. I love that.
Well, it's actually a song that I wrote about 10 years ago. And I finally got to get it in the studio, and again, it's like the parallel of life in a baseball game. And the odd thing about it, I'm more of a football fan. My brother's always been the baseball card collector and the baseball fan.
Yeah.
But I was at work one night and just thinking about how life is, and jotting down a few things. Huge South Carolina Gamecock fan. The Gamecocks were in the World Series, and I think it was like the third time for college baseball. And just the baseball, was in the air, and we were all talking about that, and I just started jotting down these words about how life is like a baseball game, and I slid in I stepped on first. The first time I called on Jesus' name, I slid in the second. The second I let him in my heart, my life hadn't been the same. I got stuck in a pickle on my way to third, but found forgiveness on the third day Jesus arose. And the devil's trying even harder now because now I'm headed for home.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, wow, man, that's got a great hook to it. And so I've been humming this thing for like 10 years, and we finally got it in the studio.
Wow.
And I'm very proud of it. And so when we did that, I thought, with the baseball card, I said, well, how can I promote this? And I said, I need some new business cards. And I said, you know what? I'll make a baseball card with this thing. So.
Man, I love that. You may not know this, but I'm a big sports fan. I am football and baseball. All my tattoos are sports. I have Patrick Mahomes on my left arm, actually tattooed. And the Kansas City Royals are my team, and they're tattooed, and they're 2 championships on my right arm.
Did you ever hear of Roscoe Crosby?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, Roscoe was, he actually come from Union, and he'd come to Kansas City for a little bit to play baseball.
Wow.
But he was also with Clemson Tigers, playing football. So he was kind of a star we had right here, but he
awesome.
come up to play for Kansas City for a little bit.
There you go. And, I was just going to say, back in 2014, they were 90 feet from home, and the guy got thrown out at the plate. San Francisco Giants won that World Series, but they made it back the very next year in 2015 and beat the New York Mets. So they've had 2 championships as a team so far. But, yeah, get headed for home. I love that. And the story behind it that you just told, the devil is trying to stop every one of us from getting home, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. And, man, he's trying, again, like the song says, he's trying harder and harder every day.
Yeah, absolutely. That's such a great story. Well, it's such a great song, and we're going to play it, and then we're going to come back and talk some more with Donovan Wells on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
A baseball game. Ever since Daddy pitched me his last name, with a crack of the bat, I've been on the run, headed down that baseline, following the sun. I hear the angels and family stand and shout, boy, you better run harder. Now the devil's trying to tag you out. I've already tagged up at first, the first time I called on Jesus' name. I slid in the second I let him in my heart. Life hasn't been the same. Caught in a pickle on my way to third, but found forgiveness the third day Jesus arose. The devil is trying even harder now, 'cause now I'm headed for home. Headed for home. Now the game is almost over. The last inning is coming to a close, when my feet finally touch down at home. No more chances, this he knows. He only has this last stretch to try to stop me, doing all he can to get me out. Jesus stepped in for the sacrifice. I'll make it home, there is no doubt. I've already tagged up at first, the first time I called on Jesus' name. I slid in the second I let him in my heart. Life hasn't been the same. Caught in a pickle on my way to third, but found forgiveness the third day Jesus arose. The devil is trying even harder now, 'cause now I'm headed for home. Almost over. The last inning is coming to a close, when my feet finally touch down at home. No more chances, this he knows. He only has this last stretch to try to stop me, doing all he can to get me out. Jesus
stepped in for the sacrifice. I'll make it home, there is no doubt. I've already tagged up the first time I called on Jesus' name. I slid in the second I let him in my heart. Life hasn't been the same. Caught in a pickle on my way to third, but found forgiveness the third day Jesus arose. The devil is trying even harder now, 'cause now I'm headed for home. Headed for home. Headed for home.
His name is Donovan Wells. That is called Headed for Home. What a great song and a great story behind it. Good job on that one, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And we look forward to playing the other two to complete your triple play tonight. But the next story that I wanted to have you mention was I was doing my research, getting ready for this interview, and I'm scrolling through your Facebook page, Donovan Wells Faith Country Music. We'll talk about that in here in a little bit, and everybody else can find it too. But there in Union, South Carolina, your home church is Pageants Creek Baptist Church. And built in 1780, so it's over 200 years old. Tell us the story about your home church and something really cool about it.
Well, our church is 240 years old, or it might be 239, I think. Our preacher, he's 94 years old, and he always adds a year, but he's still going wide open.
Uh-huh.
And but our church was the one we're in now is the third building. Very, very historic church. We're almost as old as our country, honestly.
Yeah.
But our church was like I say, it's the third building. And when South Carolina seceded the Union during the Civil War, Governor Gist had his mansion is right down the road here, about 6 miles from where I live. And he brought in from all the delegates from South Carolina, and they met at our church to discuss whether they were going to secede. So we actually have a picture of him hanging in one of the upstairs rooms there.
Wow.
So that's one thing from it. Again, it's very, very historic church. We've got the gravestones out in the cemetery. Some of them are just rocks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're so old. And, well, like I say, it's very, very historic. It's on the historic registry. It's the third building. The building we're in now used to be on stilts. And they would actually park their horse and buggies underneath the church.
Yeah. Wow.
So they dropped it and lowered it down. But it used to be on stilts. And most people don't know it, but many years ago I did a lot of drinking of Jack Daniels and found out that Jack Daniels actually originated from our church, actually.
Wow.
By a guy named William Billy Pearson, who ended up going later on to Lynchburg, Tennessee, and sold the recipe that he had gotten from his grandmother.
Wow.
So that's an interesting story to look up if you've never seen it. But
that is cool. I love those stories behind the songs. That's why I love doing these interviews. Man, it's been a pleasure talking to you. And I want to bring out one more thing, too. You guys are multi-talented, a lot of you artists. You deliver produce all over the country and help us, get food on the table. We appreciate that. But you also make your own home-style barbecue sauce. Tell us about that, too.
I have a sauce called The Whining Swine. And I'm working on the webpage right now. You can find me on Facebook on there. But it's called The Whining Swine. I had a cousin, the one who was living in Nashville, actually. He also made barbecue sauce.
Uh-huh.
And I'm pretty good at drawing and painting and, sketching out things. And he had asked me a while, many years ago, to draw. He had 3 styles of barbecue sauce, and he wanted me to draw the label for it. So I drew a pig with an apron, and we called him Mo, and I had Mo on the apron, and I had an old cowboy hat like he wore, and above it I said, Mo barbecue sauce, please. Well, he loved it. He used it for his label, and he passed away before he could actually have a heart attack, before he could get the sauce going. And so one day I used to work for BMW, and I had shoulder surgery, and I was sitting around the house trying to recover, and I'm looking at this label hanging on the wall. He sent me one in a frame, and I'm looking at it, and I noticed salt was listed like 6 times. And I thought, this makes no sense. Why didn't you just simplify it and put it one time? And so I'm looking around. I noticed this ingredient's 4 or 5 times, that ingredient's 4 or 5 times. And so I drove me nuts the rest of the day, and I kept thinking, why did you do that? And I finally went to a bottle of ketchup, and I held it up, and it was word for word what the first few words were. I was like, oh, I see what you did. You just copied the bottle. And so when I finished that, I picked up mustard, and it was mustard, word for word. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, you got ketchup, mustard. And so I tried my best to recreate his sauce, and I just couldn't do it. But I had a base, and so I began to mix it up, and I ended up writing my recipe and changing it and writing it and changing it. I just couldn't find the right flavor. And I finally found one thing that I added, gave it the perfect pop to it, and so I began to just kind of make it for my family and friends, and everybody really loved it. And then in 2013, I went to the National Quartet Convention. I didn't have any money, didn't have a room, and so I began to just kind of make it for my family and friends, and everybody really loved it. And then in 2013, I went to the National Quartet Convention.
That is awesome.
And so I've been practicing and making it, and we finally got it bottled, and I've got the original recipe bottled, but I have 14 flavors all together.
Wow.
Just the only one I have bottled right now is the original. But we've got anything from the original. We've got a plain Jane, which has no heat to it. We've got a sweet vinegar. We've got a mustard vinegar. We've got a honey mustard. We've got Carolina jerk. We've got a mesquite mango. We've got plum rum, Old Habits. And so I start running out of what all we got.
You're making the folks hungry in my chat room. There's always food talk in here, so that's good. That's good stuff.
I found a long time ago, I was at, when I started working at BMW, me and this guy, David Moss, we and him worked together. Every night, we worked night shift, and every night I'd say, man, you know what'd be good right now? And I'd look over and I'd just start describing a cheeseburger with cheese just oozing off the side, lettuce and tomato and this, that, and the other. And he said, oh, man, that would be good. The next night, man, you know what'd be good right now? And I say steak, and I start describing it. I did this every night for 3 months. And finally one night I said, man, you know what'd be good tonight? He said, would you shut up? He said, man, I can't fit in my clothes no more. Every night you describe something, I have to go get it.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we gain weight just talking about food in our chat room as well. So we get that, man. What a great story and great interview tonight. And I'll be able to get my hands on some of that barbecue sauce. Either you're going to mail me some, you said, or we'll meet in person and you can hand it to me. So I look forward to that either way, man. That's going to be some good stuff. Thanks for a great radio interview tonight, Donovan. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Glad to be on here, and I appreciate you having me.
You bet. We're going to play a couple of other of your songs for your triple play tonight. Let It Roll, and then the third one, Goodbye, is going to kick off the top of the next hour. Tell us where folks can find you on social media, and another radio station that I was looking up in Nashville that you're also getting airplay on. Tell us that one as well. Some of these Christian gospel artists that I play may love to send them some of their music, too.
Absolutely. I am with Nashville Christian Country. Rick Swinesburg is our producer. You can check out many, many great artists on there, from Marty DeRoche to Kim and Ken Stoll, David Timms, man, the list goes on and on and on. There's some great Christian country on there.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we have some of the best musicians out there. If you listen to country music, you're listening to them on our records and on our recordings. We've got again such a talented team, and we love them. And but yeah, we do have Nashville Christian Country Radio, so you can go check it out on there. We've been playing a lot over on another Joe Inman on KTFR, which may be near you guys.
Yeah, I actually met him down in Branson. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Joe's has played us a good bit. Let It Roll was on the top 5 for many weeks there.
Awesome.
And so yeah, we're getting a lot of play up there in the Missouri area, and we love it. So
how
and
about
we can't
that?
wait to come out with you.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're getting played not just in Missouri, but we're going to put you out to 10 radio stations around the country and around the world, because country music is universal, and the country gospel that you do is the same way. You know, you're doing the Lord's work by giving your talent back and helping people, you know, through a tough time, sad time, happy time, whatever. Music just does that, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. You know, it's just like you were telling us about the flood in Texas right now. What a heartbreak that is.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, again, music can lift, music can heal, music can, music is a powerful thing if it's used right.
Absolutely, and you're using it right, man. Keep doing your thing. Thank you for being on the program tonight. I had such a good time. We need to do this again real soon.
Absolutely, we'd love to.
You bet. His name is Donovan.
The devil's not just in Georgia. He's roaming all around. He started playing banjo since he laid that fiddle down. He's in the Carolinas. He's picking up the pace. He knows the rapture's near. He's got no time to waste. He came across this young man picking a banjo, playing it right. He said, just follow me, son. I'll put your name in lights. The young man told the devil, you'll never own my soul. Salvation was paid on the cross 2,000 years ago. Now if you're wondering, devil, which one of us is best, get out your banjo, fella. Let's put it to the test. And they let it roll. They let it roll. Let it roll. Let it roll. They played Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. And Foggy Mountain Breakdown left the devil weak. When dueling banjo picked up pace, the devil, he was done. He couldn't play another note. The battle had been won. The young man told the devil, you never had a chance, 'cause the one that saved my soul is the one that guides my hands. The devil turned to leave, and as he walked away, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound is, the song the young man played. And he let it roll, he let it roll, he let it roll, he let it roll. And he let it roll, he let it roll, he let it roll, he let it roll.
best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I was scrolling through my Facebook feed just the other day. Saw a GoFundMe for a guy I know just about my age. He went to work one morning and never made it home. I know this may be something that we don't want to talk about. Chances are we'll grow old in this sleepy town. But in case we don't, there's a few things I want you to know. There's a coffee can in my nightstand with a couple $100. A poem I wrote that you've never read in the top of the closet. I hope both of them are enough to get you through a few rainy days. And don't lose your faith asking God why. Just know that I'll be waiting on the other side if I don't get to say goodbye. My favorite memory was that first kiss after work that morning. We were too caught up in that summer fling to realize that we had fallen. I bet you didn't know that you were my saving grace. Daddy said we were too young. Your mama said we'd never make it. But I see the pictures on the wall of the family we've created. And I've never been more proud of anything that I've ever done. There's a coffee can in my nightstand with a couple $100. A poem I wrote that you never read in the top of the closet. I hope both of them are enough to get you through a few rainy days. Asking God why. Just know that I'll be waiting on the other side. I don't get to say goodbye. Give Granddad's gun to our oldest son. Hope he gets that buck he's seen. Give our youngest son this notebook where I write these songs I sing. Give all our kids a hug and kiss and tell them you'll be fine. Give yourself a chance to move on with your life. There's a coffee can in my nightstand with a couple $100. One I wrote that you never read in the top of the closet. I hope both of them are enough to get you through a few rainy days. Don't lose your faith asking God why. Just know that I'll be waiting on the other side. I don't get to say goodbye. I don't get to say goodbye. If I don't get to say goodbye.
His name is Donovan Wells. Donovan Wells, Faith Country Music. If you want to check out and like and follow him on Facebook, that is a great artist and a great songs tonight and great stories as well. His church, 200 and almost 40 years old. His preacher, well into his 90s and still going strong. Donovan Wells still going strong, and he's going to meet yours truly, Tim Kelly, on air. And I tell you what, we can't wait, man. That's going to be fun, and there's barbecue sauce involved too. Donovan Wells, thank you for a great radio interview tonight, and I appreciate the time, and we'll definitely look forward to meeting you in person in Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. That's where I'm sitting at right now, getting ready to kick off hour number 3 of the Tim Kelly Show. I am live on my website at KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. I'm also live on my Facebook account, and you can check me out live on TikTok at Tim Kelly on Air, and come over here and see the face for radio. I've got that going on, and it's on my shirt as well, so you get to check it out twice. You may not want to stare at it too long. I don't know. But, you know, we talk a lot about God when we play the Christian gospel country like we did with Donovan Wells. Well, you know, after God created man, the next thing he did, God made a woman. That's the title of this next song from former American Idol contestant Lauren Massetti on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Out of your brain, 'cause God made a woman. We're the keeper of the child that cries. We're the singers of the lullabies. We'll take your lonely and make alive. God made a woman. God made a woman to hold the hand of the sick and the young and the broken man, to fall in love and fill the land with beating hearts and fire. What you gonna do when the night gets cold and you need somebody to feed your soul? He said it ain't no good for a man to be alone, so God made a woman. He said it ain't no good for a man to be alone, so God made a woman.
Song number 2.
Rum bum bum, it's an island thing. I'm plucking on a ukulele string under a beach umbrella, being a bum drinker. Rum bum bum, oh rum bum bum bum. Oh 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 oh. saving up my PTO. I bought a round trip ticket, but I'm thinking I don't wanna go home. And maybe I won't, so here I am hanging by the sea. A little sunburned and buzzing like a bee. I'm usually a gin and tonic girl, but not in this part of the world. I'm tired of being a Tennessean, so I'ma be a Caribbean for the weekend. Raising my glass, making a toast to the spirit of the southernmost. Hey, it's the spirit of the southernmost coast, and it goes rum, bum, bum. It's an island thing. I'm plucking on a ukulele string, a little zip, 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 make me feel so jolly. I'm a pirate trapped in a tourist body. Don't want no whiskey, wanna be namaste. Right here under a beach umbrella, being a bum, drinking rum, bum, bum, oh, rum, bum, bum, bum. Ooh, yeah. Here we go. Hey, hey, hey. We got the captain and the Bacardi. You put the lime in the coconut and party. Marley playing on the radio. So the Grey Goose gotta go. You drink straight, you drink the fruity. You drink it till you're feeling fine and fun and groovy. I'm dancing in my flip-flops I got in the gift shop. Yeah, I'm really living like a local now. Still don't playing loud. Ooh, ooh, when it goes rum, bum, bum, it's an island thing. I'm plucking on a ukulele string, a little zip, 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 make me feel so jolly. I'm a pirate trapped in a tourist body. Don't want no whiskey, wanna be namaste. Right here under a beach umbrella, being a bum, drinking rum, bum, bum, oh, rum, bum, 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 rum, bum, bum, oh, rum, bum, bum, rum, bum, 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 bum. That's all, folks.
That is the second song in the triple play, but the current single out to radio for Lauren Massetti. It is called Rum Pum Pum, and before that, another great song called God Made a Woman. We're glad he made Lauren Massetti, that's for sure. Former American Idol contestant, and she will be a special guest coming up this October on The Tim Kelly Show. Check out that full live interview schedule at the bottom of the homepage at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. The third song is kind of a beach feel song, too, and a beach feel title. It is called Somewhere in the Caribbean. Lauren Massetti on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
You went your way, so I had to go mine. I landed here where the sun always shines. Not that you will, but if you ever do, come looking for me. I'll make it easy for you. I'll be somewhere in the Caribbean, being someone you don't care about seeing anymore. Drifting from
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play.
This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music.
I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
The keys to drive me crazy. If anyone can wreck my heart, I know she can. She's got the keys to drive me crazy. But I'll hang on just as long as I'm her man. She walks in, I just fall to my knees. That smile has always had a spell on me. My overactive imagination says she loves me, but then she walks out and I crash and burn again. She's got the keys to drive me crazy. If anyone can wreck my heart, I know she can. She's got the keys to drive me crazy. But I'll hang on just as long as I'm her man. She starts me up and takes control of me. Her eyes have always been a master key. She's driving me insane, and she knows I'm not that strong. One touch is all it takes to turn me on. She's got the keys to drive me crazy. If anyone can wreck my heart, I know she can. She's got the keys to drive me crazy. But I'll hang on just as long as I'm her man. And I'll hang on just as long as I'm her man.
Song number 2.
His daddy's daddy picked up some land, built every brick with his bare hands. I didn't know that could be done. Things were easy way back then, long before the turning winds, long before the clouds covered the sun. Out where the sun sets slow, 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. He took her back through that hometown. She vowed she'd never stick around. Them crickets ringing in her ears. 20 years how they flew by. The city girl within her died. No better time or place than here. Out where the sun sets slow, 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. 20 long miles
ghost town road. I go back from time to time past that old ghost town sign. Sometimes I wonder why'd I go out where the sun sets low. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. This little town, I swear, stop by if you dare. Further out in the middle of nowhere. Ooh, out where the sun sets slow. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road.
That is a song that is called Ghost Town Road. His name is Ryan Bodine, and before that, a great tune called The Keys. Ryan Bodine has been a special guest a couple of times on the Tim Kelly Show, and his interviews are in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives. That tab is at the top of the homepage of my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. The two interviews that we did from tonight are going to end up in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives a little bit after the show airs tonight. So if you're just getting tuned in and you missed the live radio interviews, you can go back and listen to those over and over and over again, and the artists can download those as well on their social media and share it, and if they wish to do that, and I hope they do. And we got some great radio interviews coming up too. That full live interview schedule at the bottom of the homepage at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com is looking really, really good. Ryan Bodine is from Huntington Beach, thus this song, his first one actually that he recorded, but it's his fourth out to radio. It is called Barstow to HB for Huntington Beach. Ryan Bodine on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Not a care in the world, but a hope and some dreams in my little Ford truck, cruising down a 15, thinking this is where the life was at. And this beach city life's been good to me, but I can still appreciate the simple things. And I remember where my daddy hung his cowboy hat. I guess your mind don't let you throw away things like that. Like a tumbleweed blown into the sea. Barstow to HB. Barstow to HB. Down PCH, them waves explode, but I remember fishtailing down that old dirt road. And I know you can't turn back the hands of time. With all its glitz, glamour, fortune, and fame, I'd still miss the smell of the summer rain. And I can almost catch the scent as the memories spring to life. Like a tumbleweed blown into the sea. Barstow to HB. Barstow to HB. But when I went back home, that sand just didn't flow quite the same as it used to. And the smell of the desert rain just wasn't the same. And you think, did it change you? Maybe both are true. Like a tumbleweed blown into the sea. Same California sky, but the sun sets differently. Barstow to HB. HB. Down here you can bump elbows with stars every night, but you can't see a single one shine in the sky tonight. Remember Haley passing me when I was 5. Naive youngster thinking I was the man. Well, here at the beach I'm just a grain in the sand. But now somehow I still found her, like a tumbleweed blown into the sea. Same California sky, but the sun sets differently. Barstow to HB, Barstow to HB.
Party till we drop.
It's always a party.
Just partying it up.
Your country party is here all summer.
It's summertime.
Crank up the AC, because things are heating up.
No, seriously, turn up the AC or the shirt's coming off. You don't want to see this dad bod.
Turning up the summer country right now.
Every single summer, I wonder if you think about me.
Your summertime station is Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I guess I never understood what my old man was saying when he was trying to raise me good. At that time I just couldn't see all those little things he did. He did them just for me, and time rolled on. And time rolled on. Yeah, I got spanked a time or two, but looking back on who I was, I deserved more than a few. I took things a little bit too far. Always seemed to get my hand caught up in that cookie jar, and time rolled on. And time rolled on. Sometimes I thought he was the meanest man in town, and it took so many painful years for his little girl to come around. I'm surprised I even learned from him when I knew everything, and I hope I have his patience when mine turns 17. Raising me must have been so hard, but please don't worry, Daddy, I've learned lessons from the heart. I knew you loved me and all, but you were way too protected when any boy would call. You'd grab a gun without a care, but did you have to chase him down the street in your underwear? And time rolled on. And time rolled on. I heard you pray and I just smiled while I was putting on that white dress before you walked me down the aisle. You tapped your glass and we all cheered, and I danced at the reception. It all became so clear that time rolls on. Yeah, time rolls on. Sometimes I thought he was the meanest man in town, and it took so many painful years for his little girl to come around. I'm surprised I even learned from him when I knew everything, and I hope I have his patience when mine turns 17. Raising me must have been so hard, but please don't worry, Daddy, I've learned lessons from the heart. And I thank the dear Lord for giving you to me, 'cause I couldn't have picked a better man from the daddy tree.
Song number 2.
Back for more. Dust myself off, take control, and grab the bull by the horns. When life is uphill and throws a wrench in the wheel, and trying to get ahead, it's got you sinking deeper. Your paycheck's a joke, another bump in the road. But what didn't kill me never made me weaker. I'm getting along like I always do.
My good friend Annie Vander. That is called Rockin' My Shoe. And before that, another great tune about her dad she wrote called The Daddy Tree. You're going to get to hear the stories behind these 3 songs we're playing tonight on Triple Play Thursday when she is my special guest a week from tomorrow night, August 1st edition of The Tim Kelly Show. And that will be a New Music Friday show. And she is fantastic. It will be our second radio interview. Annie Vander works with my good friends Nicole Zeller and all the folks over at Brickshore Media in Nashville, Tennessee, and she is fantastic as well. You're going to hear great music on the radio, and you're going to hear the stories behind the songs from Annie Vander. The third one in the Triple Play is her latest single out to radio. It is called The Speed of Love. How about the speed of this show? It's flying by, ladies and gentlemen, on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
When this moment might slip away. Sometimes I can't relate in a world that goes too slow. I took one look at you and I knew what I had to do.
listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Clock hits 5, I'm flying out the gate, cleaning off the dirt from another long day. Shined up the truck, got a full tank ready. She's texting me, come get me, and I'm holding steady. She hops in wearing them cut-off jeans, kicks off her boots and sliding next to me. Radio's loud, that smile's loud too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do. A back road and blue jeans, firelight and moonbeams, tailgate down, she's dancing with me. But on the tire, stars up high, kissing in the bed of my no place to be, just my baby in a night that's free. Memory making, slow song playing, a back road and blue jeans. Got a cooler full and a case of time. Crickets singing like a backbeat line. She grabs my hat, puts it on just right, spins me around in the firelight. Laughing like we ain't got bills or plans, wrapped up in her small town hands. This kind of night don't come in threes. It's one of a kind, just her and me. Back road and blue jeans, firelight and moonbeams, tailgate down, she's dancing with me. But on the tire, stars up high, kissing in the bed of my ride. Cold drink sipping, no place to be, just my baby in a night this free. Memory making, slow song playing, back road and blue jeans. A back road and blue jeans, firelight and moonbeams, tailgate down, she's dancing with me. But on the tire, stars up high, kissing in the bed of my ride. Cold drink sipping, no place to be, just my baby in a night this free. Memory making, slow song playing, a back road and blue jeans. A back road and blue jeans.
Song number 2.
Came back walking, but I'm not whole. Still fighting fires I can't control. They cheer my name on a TV screen, but no one sees the things I've seen. I close my eyes and lose my grip. Another breakdown, another script. They passed the streets in someone's land, but left me here without a plan. You call me strong, but can't you see the war came home and swallowed me? Fix me, this ain't the man I was. The fight rewired everything it touched. You built up towns across the sea, but broke the soldier who kept them free. I gave my name, I gave my fight. Now I'm praying just to feel alright. Heaven's gate feels way too near, and all I want is to disappear. Fix me, save me, I just wanna be alright. I shake in silence behind closed doors. One more pill, one more war. I hold my kids but feel like stone. Even surrounded, I'm still alone. The VA line plays the same old song. Just hang on, sir, it won't be long. But months go by and I'm still stuck with nothing left but empty luck. I gave you all, but what's left of me is begging now on bended knee. Fix me, this ain't how it's supposed to end. I lost my fight, I lost my friends. You fixed the world for someone else. me here to find myself. I wore your flag, I paid your price. Now I'm a ghost in my own life. Don't let another folded flag be the only peace I'll ever have. Fix me, save me, I just wanna be alright. Don't need your thanks, I need a cure. I need a place that feels secure. Don't wanna go, but I'm not sure how much more I can endure. Fix me, don't let this fade to black. I'm not gone yet, but I won't come back. I gave it all, I can't pretend. I just want this pain to end. You fixed your roads, you waved your flags, but left me broken in a bag. The story don't need one more name on a wall built just to hide the shame. Fix me, save me, I just wanna be alright. I came home, but I never made it back. Fix me, I'm not okay.
What a powerful song that is, and that is dedicated to our veterans who, without them, we would not be free to do the shows that we're doing tonight and all of the shows that are going on in Branson, the live show capital of the world, and around the world. So thank you to our veterans. Fix Me, that is Mike Carlisle's good friend of mine who is hanging out with us tonight all show long. He's been over here on TikTok, tapping that screen, giving us the love right back at you, my friend, with the triple play tonight. And Mike Carlisle's music is where you can find him all over social media. Before that, another great, more upbeat song, one of his latest singles out to radio, Backroads and Blue Jeans. Man, that is country music right there. This next song is a very touching song as well. The tribute song to the folks that we lost in Camp Mystic down there in Kerrville, Texas. It is called Angels from Texas. 100% of the proceeds from this next song go to help those victims that are still suffering from those floods. And what a tragic event that was in our country. Texas strong. That's what we've been saying all along when we played these songs for those folks down there in our TikTok lives as well. Mike Carlisle's Angels from Texas on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
A mother's on the floor, can't breathe through the pain. A father stands alone in the pouring rain. Pictures on the wall feel too loud to face, and silence fills the corners of an empty space. This kind of hurt don't just fade with time. It carves its name deep in your spine. You close your eyes and pray they walk back in, but the house stays quiet and the ache begins. There's a few angels from Texas in heaven tonight, and down here we're holding on with all of our might. To every broken heart just trying to survive, we see your sorrow, we feel your fight. You kissed their hands, now you carry their name through the quiet mornings and the loudest pain. Though we can't make the wrong things right, there's a few angels from Texas in heaven tonight. Talk to the sky when the room goes still, begging for peace only time can't fill. Their laugh still echoes in the smallest sound, and every memory keeps pulling you down. And people say you'll heal someday, but some things never go away. You don't move on, you just learn to stand with a missing piece and a trembling hand. There's a few angels from Texas in heaven tonight, and we still feel their love in the soft porch light. To the mothers and fathers just getting through, we're standing beside every one of you. You're not forgotten, and neither are they. Their hearts still beat in the words we say, though we can't bring them back inside. There's a few angels from Texas in heaven tonight. If you feel when the wind rolls slow, that's them saying you're not alone. Not just memory, not just air.
That's love, still right there. There's a few angels from Texas in heaven tonight, and we carry their strength in the morning light. From wide open plains to quiet church pews, we stand as one, we'll get through. So when the stars fill up the sky so bright, know they're still with us through every night. Yes, there's a few angels from Texas in heaven tonight. They're still with us. A few angels from Texas in heaven tonight.
You're listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Came rolling into that church pew like a cloud of smoke. I was out all damn night doing God only knows. Never even made it home. Where last night's hair and a second coat of that carbon black mascara. Lord bless my soul. I'm guilty as charged. Never claimed to be a saint. My heart's a little lost, so I came here today to bow my head, make the cross, sending up my one phone call. Hope the Lord will pay my bill, 'cause hell, I'm somewhere between Jesus and jail. If I take an extra sip of that communion wine, the Holy Ghost might save my sins or kill this hangover of mine. My rowdy ways have flashed a few blue lights. Come judgment day, gonna need an alibi. I'm guilty as charged, never claimed to be a saint. My heart's a little lost, so I came here today to bow my head, make the cross, sending up my one phone call. Hope the Lord will pay my bill, 'cause hell, I'm somewhere between Jesus and jail. Jesus and jail. I'm a repeat offender, a good old-fashioned sinner. So Lord, I surrender. I'm guilty as charged, never claimed to be a saint. My heart's a little lost, so I came here today to bow my head, make the cross, sending up my word phone call. Hope the Lord will pay my bill, 'cause hell, I'm somewhere between. I'm somewhere between. I'm somewhere between Jesus and jail. Jesus and jail. Jesus and jail. I'm somewhere between Jesus and jail.
Number 2.
I like 'em down home, I like 'em outlaw. The kind I don't take back to mama. I like 'em rough around the edges, whiskey soaked, that gun in
midnight tenor that soothes my soul. I'm bruised up in good time, but knowing to last, but I fall for the kind of guy that makes me raise my glass. Blame my heartache in the morning on the Waylon and the Jones. Blame the way they leave me hanging on that Copperhead Road. I'm a good-hearted woman, loves a good time, and God blame the way I forgive them all that walk the line. Well, it's a broken record played again and again. I blame my good taste in music for my bad taste in men. I like the way that they make it laid back. Little smoke, a little drink, never hurt, yeah. Call me an addict, it ain't a habit. When it gets stuck in my head, I gotta have it. So blame my heartache in the morning on the Waylon and the Jones. Blame the way they leave me hanging on that Copperhead Road. I'm a good-hearted woman, loves a good time, and God blame the way I forgive them all that walk the line. Well, it's a broken record played again and again. I blame my good taste in music for my bad taste in men. Earl, Hank, and Haggard make them hard to resist. They lead to bad decisions. I ain't ready to quit. I ain't ready to quit. Blame my heartache in the morning on the Waylon and the Jones. Blame the way they leave me hanging on that Copperhead Road. I'm a good-hearted woman, loves a good time, and God blame the way I forgive them all that walk the line. Well, it's a broken record played again and again. I blame my good taste in music for my bad taste in men. I got good taste in music. I got bad taste in men. Blame my good taste in music for my bad taste.
She is my good friend Taylor Hughes. Taylor Hughes Music, if you want to check her out all over social media, that is called Good Taste. We got good taste in music too, don't we? Playing Taylor Hughes and all these other great artists we've been playing tonight on Triple Play Thursday. And before that, another great tune of hers called Jesus and Jail. I got to introduce her to the big stage at Freedom Jam USA, a tribute show we did to veterans back on September the 30th of 2023 in St. Louis, Missouri. We've been good friends ever since. Got to meet her mom and dad, and we've become close friends with them as well. And she has currently just had a baby girl, and she's amazing, and she's ready to get back out there and start doing live shows again. But she's on this live show tonight. Always a pleasure to play her music. Her latest single out to radio is the third one in the Triple Play. It is called Old Fashioned You from Taylor Hughes on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Gentleman Jack cleans up real nice, but he had a temper cold as ice. Sex on the beach, yeah, that one was fun. He had me thinking he was the one. PBR didn't get me too far. He's still drinking in college bars. Jaeger bomb came on too strong. Said he loved me by the end of the song. None of them got me buzzing like you do. Something about your love and goes down smooth. Tasting it all, but I'll always come back to old-fashioned you.
tried to give you up. I sailed the 7 seas with a bottle of rum. After a night of solid lime, I woke up to a tequila sunrise. None of them got me buzzed like you do. Something about your love that goes down smooth. Tasted it all, but I always come back to old-fashioned you.
Once again, her name is Taylor Hughes. Taylor Hughes Music all over social media, and that is called Old Fashioned You. Great song right there. And what a great Triple Play Thursday this has been. That's going to do it for this week's edition. I want to thank my special guests, Lane Tomlinson and Donovan Wills, for joining me on the program. Tomorrow night, we'll do it all over again at 7 p.m. Central Time. We'll call it New Music Friday, and my special guest tomorrow night will be the Plowboys and Glenn the Revenue Man. You'll get to hear the stories behind their songs, and I've got lots of great new music for New Music Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time, right here on KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like the Tim Kelly Show on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I'm young, I'm old, I'm country, I'm rock and roll. So turn